And how about now? Yeah, it's fine. It's not my mic off. It's a weird bug, I think, somehow with my computer. But anyway, sorry to keep you waiting. I am now here. The cup of tea is now provided. The boy has been cuddled, and excellent. All good. It's working. So the topic of this stream is credits to Alex. Thank you, Alex. Basically, there's this issue that on the Nuxt config page, we just have this empty, like there should be documentation basically for all of these items, and we never noticed. Q, you're not meant to tell everybody, you know. Anyway, so the docs are basically broken, and this issue was raised a few months ago, or a couple of months ago, to see it. Ponky, are you coming up to Edinburgh? You should let me know, and we should have a cup of coffee. So it seems that okay, this line, interesting, is the issue. This may be simpler than I thought. And I thought we could dive into and figure out what's going on. Let's go for, okay. Just to reproduce the issue, the Nuxt repo here, if we were to go into our schema, we have, we should have our built schema. It should have documentation. So this should have information in it. In fact, let's try an old version of Nuxt. So if we have a look at unpackage, and we have a look, say, Nuxt schema, I don't know, 2.5.1, we should be able to it won't be a 2.5, 3.5.0. We should find that we have a schema. We've got like a markdown file, which has got like documentation. There's information here. And it seems that the latest version, we don't. So if we have a look in 3.9.3, it's empty. So the documentation is gone. So yeah, that's what these validation libraries, they don't necessarily just do what you want. They complain. It's not a string, not a number. So we can try and find out when this happened. And I think it's a dependency. I think Puya said something about it being a dependency update, but we can find out what the, and this obviously also affects the documentation for our own code. So this is a pretty annoying thing. If we want, we could do a quick bisect. I often do this to identify when something doesn't work. So we could easily do, okay, and config.md is the file. So we could just do a quick bisect, get bisect bad. And let's check out a good commit. So git checkout. I'm sure it's an untyped upgrade, but hopefully a bisect should give us a better way of doing it. And hey, Ethan, nice to see you. Let's try. Actually, it may be just as simple to do it here. Okay. When was the version it went wrong? 8.0. Okay, it's still good in 8.0. How about 8.2? Okay, that's excellent. So we're going to check out 3.8.2. I'm just going to build. Yeah, this is the place in Scotland. And it has been very cold, but right now it's lovely. It's nice and hot. Well, not hot, but not frozen. Okay, so this is bad, as we thought. So we're going to mark it as bad. I'm going to check out 3.8.0. And I expect this to be good. So let's just have a quick check. I mean, having said that it's warm, we still have massive buckets of water outside that have turned wholly to ice. This should be interesting. Why would... I thought... That's weird. That's very strange. Drop it on the ground. It's the instinct, absolutely, to do that, right? Okay, so this is clearly good. Okay, so Nuxt to common.js. Why do you want to build Nuxt? So the answer is you almost certainly could do it with a dynamic import of ESM, which you can do in common.js. So Nuxt is in ESM, but you can dynamically import it into a common.js file just fine. Okay, this is still good. And that's 3.7.4. Do a quick check here. Seems okay. Seems still to be working. Is this definitely? Yeah. Okay. Well, that is what we were expecting from unpackage and our quick testing. Let's just find exactly the version bump that is the issue. I'm assuming it's untyped, but it might also be a dependency of untyped, which is why we're doing this in a little bit more detail. We still seem fine. Well, I think you should be fine to do it with a common.js proxy. This is really weird. This seems to be. Okay, I'll just quickly show you. We're going to create a new project and we're going to call it CJS. I have never visited Alaska. That would be incredible. Okay, let's open CJS. We're going to build our next app. Nuxy build. Okay, so we have an output here, and we want to use Vercel's NCC, right? So we want to be able to do this. Okay, and we're going to create our own endpoint. No, I'm just using it for this project. Okay, so basically what you want to do is to breathe ice. Well, you probably have to, wouldn't you? So we basically want to import this file. And where's the default export of it? Why are we? Oh, Z. Anyway, it's the default export. So what we want to do is const file equals, oh, sorry, we want a function. Async function main. You're offline. Do you not seem offline? Because you're definitely messaging me. And I've definitely got it. So what we do is await import output index, server index. And this should actually work in ESM. So we should be able to do something like node cjs index.cjs, and it works. Do you see what I mean? So I don't know whether NCC will work with it, but we can try. So there is no difference technically, but the node prefix makes it clear that it is a node built in. Done. So we now have a, what is our output? Dist. Okay, this is an issue though with NCC. You can produce a CJS proxy in the same way as this. Anyway, hope that helped. Okay, this is still valid, I guess. So we're going to mark it as good again and go on for the step. Why is it? Is this build step not being run? This is really strange. The reproduction is not reproducing. Okay, I'm glad I actually did that, because that does suggest there's something It's definitely something between 3.1 and 3.0. So let's just reset again. Okay, we want to, I guess we have to maybe build everything. And maybe that was the issue, that we were running the install step in a subdirectory. Let's try this. Isn't it nice when you find out that a validation did in fact work? And that actually the thing that you thought was a bug was not a bug. Okay, we know this doesn't work, so interesting. I bet this is to do with Babel's cache. Okay, let's try this again. I just need to be able to, so get checkout 3.8.1. We know this doesn't work because it didn't work in the thing. PNPM unbuild packages schema. This should produce an empty file. So this reproduction was a lot longer than I expected, given that we had definitely bug here. And we definitely don't experience it here. So I wonder if I delete node modules cache, or we have somewhere like a Babel cache node modules. Hey Chris, good to see you. I am trying to find out how to disable a Babel cache. It looks like I can just do that. Let's see what happens if I do that. Surely this doesn't work on main either. I have an idea. I have an idea of what this might be. So if I go to schema and I do instead unbuild stub, and then I do unbuild, okay, this is really, really, really weird. No, Chris, there isn't that way yet. I mean, it's a thing we would love to do, but we would need to update Volar and view syntax, because at the moment it's not possible to use slots outside of a specific component. Like, it's not valid view syntax. And that's the thing we would need to do in order to do that. Well, this is crazy. Let me just see what happens if I actually clone Nuxt itself in Stackblitz and then run this code, because that would very quickly reveal. I do always record it and always publish it, so you will be totally fine. Although we will miss you. be able to start this in stack blitz. Oh, it's on an issue. Sorry, please tell me there's a, I'm just looking for a stack blitz reproduction. Okay, no, it's pr.new, right? Nuxt. Julian, great, we've just fully refactored server components and we're moving on. Yes, Chris, that's the only way right now. And there are disadvantages to it, I know, but yes, you can do that. Okay, so I'm just very quickly running stack blitz to see if I can reproduce the issue, which I actually can't reproduce on my computer. I'm starting to wonder if it's a problem with my machine, even. So, okay. Let's try this. Let's run build. And then I want to have a look at packages, schema, config.md. Okay, they are all missing. The other thing is that it could be a cache, VS Code cache issue. It's clearly a cache issue of some kind, because these things should not be not reproducible. I just checked out 3.8. I just checked out main and I did this. Okay, let's just run build full stop. pnpmi. npm build. Maybe it's clearing node modules entirely. It is a huge cup. It is genuinely huge. Like, it is fully enormous. Ah, it's VS Code. Like this is not the content of the file. Okay, so it's not as weird as I hoped, or didn't hope. It is actually just VS Code. So as long as I just run this in the terminal, I'll be better off. Okay, let's bisect this again. Get checkout, v3.8.1, get bisect bad, get checkout, 3.8.0, get bisect good. And pnpmi, what was it? This. Still not the Auto Warming Cup. That will be waiting for me at Vue.js Amsterdam. Luan has assured me. And why am I not? Anyway. This is fine. What is going on here? Is there another... This is... Oh no, I'm not there yet. Okay. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, this is the last one. What? Oh, I see. No, but I should be there now. No. It is totally a cache issue somehow. This is crazy. Must be. Yeah, it was Vue 3.4, and it's surfacing issues. So they're not necessarily issues. Okay, so maybe actually 3.8.1 didn't have it. Okay, so let's try this again. Bisect reset. What? I was literally here a moment ago and this did not work. I mean, it did work. It built correctly. It must be cache. feel like I'm doing exactly what I did before. I can reproduce it outside of get bisect. This is crazy. Okay. This is very, very, very weird. I'm sorry about this, people. I'm taking you on a crazy journey here. Well, crazy for me. Okay, so I'm coming back to the actual source here. The issue. Jitty. I'm sure it's cache. Okay, let's try assuming it might be jitty cache. We can disable that. Can this reproduce it? No. Okay, let's see. Okay, jitty cache. Do we have any other caches here? Let's see, Babel cache. We said it was Babel disable cache. Possible the issue is I'm passing it with the wrong command. Okay, that is it. So it is a cache issue. But we have a command now that works to reproduce it. So I'll start bisecting again. Sorry about this. Get bisect bad. So obviously what happens is once the cache is filled with good stuff, that tends to persist. The bad stuff is just absent, maybe. So let's try that again. Seems fine. I'm sorry, I've just basically run the same command over and over again, but at least with the cache disabled, it's working. Okay, so this is bad. Great. I'm sorry, the other thing was just throwing me for a loop. Cache invalidation, eh? Okay. I don't think I've shown any evidence of that so far. It's just get bisect is quite an incredible command. It's really helpful. Okay, excellent. So we know it was this commit, which we can actually open, I think. Come on. Well, this is not working terribly well. Let's open this in GitHub. Okay, it was one of these updates. So this says it was a Jitty update, but that's probably because Jitty is using Babel, like Jitty inlines Babel. So that will be what it was. I'm guessing it will be that. So let's try instead updating, say, to main, get bisect reset, and let's pin the Jitty version to see if that could be the issue. So we'll pull up okay. Let's try doing exactly the same thing. Yes, solves it. Let's remove the pin, try again. Reproduces it. Okay. Great. Well, I think we can actually merge this. I think we could merge it as a, because it doesn't matter about the end user's project. This is just to do with building the Nuxt declaration file, the Nuxt config.json. And we could probably fix this right now by the website by releasing a new version of Nuxt kit or Nuxt schema with the correct information in it. Okay. Let's see. Confirmed that this is resolved with Jitty one. Okay, so let's have a look at Jitty instead and see if we can take things a little bit further. So do I have it? No, I don't. So let's go to code.js, GitHub. Cool. So let's install some deps. And we should be able, I hope, to see if we can reproduce this with Jitty here. So we'll just do a quick build, and then we'll do a fresh bisect. Excellent. Git checkout one dot what? That's weird. What version of Jitty are we on here? January 10. So I don't know why the version, package version, still October 30th. The package version is wrong. I bet it's, oh, it's the V1 branch is the latest. Okay. Hey, Mehmet. I am well. Oh, yes. Go and study. Excellent. So we can bisect. Git bisect start, git bisect bad. Good, brother. Thank you. Git bisect bad. Cool. So we just have to build and test. Still working? Still working? I'm a bit worried. I hope that this is in fact genuinely testing. Been burnt by the Babel cache a moment ago. I'm hoping PNPM isn't caching any of this. Normally PNPM is very good at invalidating. Oh, but this is pointing to a... Anyway, let's just carry on. Okay, so it says that this is the first bug. But let's just confirm that. No, we have a cache issue here as well. We might need to do pack. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Git checkout v1. We're just going to run pnpmi. Oh, I didn't install dependencies. Okay, no wonder. We'll pack though. And we have got this and this. I know, terrible. Rookie mistake. And we'll actually just point the full path to the tarball. Just confirm this doesn't work. Oh. What? Oh. Just confirming. When I packed it, yeah, it didn't build. Yeah, okay. Come on. Let's go on the bisect train. I sometimes wonder whether it would be faster just to look at the source code, and maybe that would actually okay. So we have the bad commit in Jitty. So basically that is this commit, and it updated Babel, which I guess was what it was. So between 7.22 and, well, we'll actually have a little look at the renovate changelog. So I think it was astify that we're calling. This says we are calling let's have a very, very quick look at the actual lock file change. So we have a Babel core updated from 7.22.15. It's caused by update from Babel. Okay. I guess the first question is, let's just confirm that it's not already solved in a newer version of Babel, for example. What is the latest version of Babel? Hey, how are you? 7.23.7. Okay. Get bisect reset. And we have 7.23.7 is the newest version of Babel. What Yeti? Let me find out. It is probably this. No, doesn't have the thing on the bottom. Ugh. Interesting. I would guess it would be this, but it looks like they have newer products. It's probably too old. These are maybe. By the way, there is one thing I would warn you about, and that is definitely get the stainless steel one, which I have here. I also have a black one like this, but it comes off in the dishwasher. It is not a nice thing. Okay, look, I guess it is. Sorry about this. I would guess the closest thing there is this. Oh wait. It might be this. It's none of those. And that does look more like it. I bet it's this. Hey, Biscoitos! Good to see you, Biscoitos. Yeah, I bet it's this. But just a newer version. Well, mine is an older version. But yeah, it will be this. Oh yeah, and my, mine is different. This is clearly newer. What is that? 700? No, yeah, that's not it. Okay, it's this one, 14-ounce one. So I'll pop it in there. Oh, there's something nice about drinking soup out of a cup. I am just going to put it out there. That's one of the great joys in life. Okay. Hello. Right, so, okay, so basically we are, I think this is a babble bug. And I think probably we should pin Jitty to the older version in the Nuxt core repo until the Babel version is resolved. Oh, 404, what do you agree with? Oh yes, absolutely. Okay. Oops. No, I bet that would be weird. Unexpected soup is also definitely a bad idea. I think unexpected anything, particularly something you're going to put into your mouth, if it's not what you thought it was, that is a very, very bad experience. Okay. Cool. Where are we? Nuxt, come on. Here it is. Okay. So that might be worth going ahead. Hey, Salty, that's very kind. Okay, so hopefully that will resolve the issue. There are also a couple more that we can resolve. So let's see, this was just passed my way. Let's see, I have something from McPizza. Right, let's see what we can do with this. Blocked page navigation, new page content doesn't render because the TRPC call blocks navigation. Cool. Let's try this. This is an open source project, which is pretty cool. So it's aiming to reinvent email, like cal.com reinvents calendar scheduling, and so on. So let's give it a try. We'll go to, I'm pretty sure I already have it forked, so I'll just clone it. We'll see if we can reproduce, see what's going on. First, we need to figure out how to get up and running. So, tech stack, installed apps. Let's do that. We need to set up the env local, so we're going to do this. We're going to need to get Docker running, so I'll start orb stack, which is what I use. Not as such. What? Oh. Not as such, no, Punky. But you can do it manually just by early returning and if it's the wrong thing. The point of middleware is that it runs on all routes. It's something we're considering maybe implementing differently. Okay, copy, start Docker. Sync schema. Whoa, this is a lot of, this is just a progress bar, right? Okay, so that's just presumably running in the background. Let's give it a try, this other command. Okay, we've done our schema, and now we can open up the dev server, hopefully. Next module should be a function. Hey, Omar, did you hear that we were doing this? Why did what turn pink? Oh, salty. Yes, you did see a DM. Okay, right, so a localhost. Next module should be a function. Oh, I probably haven't yet. I have to reinstall the deps. Oh, it did turn pink. It did, yeah, when there's an error. Oh no, when you select it. So this is warp, and there's the concept of like these different commands and outputs. So if you select it, it will turn pink. Okay, this is better. Right. Up and running. Oh, Vite ready to go now. Ta-da! Okay. So I think I probably have to join. And I will select a username and a recovery email address. Reach out to our support team. Okay, how many people is your support team, Omar? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, this needs to be HTTPs, I guess. Does it need to be HTTPs? It's saying it needs to have an HTTPS origin. So probably what we need to do is, oh yeah, I'm in the way. It says error origin is not a valid HTTPS origin. Okay, that's not helping. There we go. Ah, now your own message is in the way. I did. I copied the environment. So the environment is here. Ta-da. All copied across to env.local. Should it be env.local or should it be .env? Let's try that, just in case. Unless you specify. No, it is env.local. Docker is up. Ta-da, Docker is here. Dev. It's largely your preference. Nuxt doesn't do anything special with env.local. It just does stuff for .env. I did. It wants it to be an HTTPS origin. PageScript does. What is PageScript? Ah, that's not you. That's that's a Bitwarden, which is a don't look at that. Let me see if it works if I disable it. It is actually a question I have, which is, so Bitwarden is tries to take over my passphrase and my passkeys. So Ponky, maybe you have an opinion on this. So basically, it tries to solve my passkeys. There we go. Okay, beautiful. So I can now log in with my passkey. It's trying to log in with an HTTPS. Well, that's a pain. Let's try again. I'll try doing this with my phone just in case that makes a difference. Okay. Let's try that logging. Oh, I'm in. Create new organization. Row. Poetry. Right, I just need to get in, right? All done. Take me to my account. Okay, beautiful. So we're in here. We're into the account, and now there's an issue that right, page navigation is being blocked. It exists in the main layout navigation, and it blocks navigation. Interesting. So, I mean, I guess my, okay, it's here. I think there are a couple of ways of doing this. So we could do, so use query. Let's try this. Let's do use async data and basically wrap this like this. Okay. And that enables us to pass some options. Oh yeah, I would love to observe the issue in action. That's probably a fair point. So let's try that one more time. It should be right. So this is the bug solution, I guess. But where is it actually used here? Is that it? Those two things. Actually, let's just revert the entire commit. Okay, so basically we should now be able to see this, I guess. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, start new conversation. Okay, how is this the bug, or do I reproduce it another way? Okay, menu, go to settings. Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, so there are a couple of things that might be causing this. So one, let's just check that you have a single root node in your layout. Yeah. Let's check in your page, on your app.view. Let's try this. Okay, so I should be able just to change. There we go. Is that good? Okay. I see. I see. Okay, so if we have here and we go to settings, I see. Okay, so it's not those. And those two particular layouts are, what is it? Settings. And what is it? The default layout, maybe? I mean, I'll just check. Look, there are not too many of them. Yeah, I don't really see there's any issue. Okay, there's convos and settings. Interesting. that was what I was going to suggest, that basically we make it non-blocking, which I think is probably will solve it. But this parent node thing, Alex is right. I've seen this a number of times. Like, you know, that it's been reported. This parent node thing is probably coming from Vue itself, but just to absolutely confirm that that's the case, you have 2 versions of Vue installed anyway, which is likely to be a problem. Oh, can we just provide the option then? That might be just fine. Well, there were 2 versions of Vue. It doesn't seem to have been causing a problem for you, but it can absolutely cause a problem. Let's try this in the file that had the query. And basically, if it is an exact... Oh, I see, yeah. So we could basically do lazy. True, I guess. I would also check out this warning, this hydration warning, because sometimes these hydration warnings can cause issues like this that you might not be expecting. Because there was a hydration error, then you now have an error later on. So okay. So I mean, likely the issue is we should not await it. Well, that should actually be fine. We don't even necessarily have to use lazy. True. All right, let's try that. Okay, category. And now we're swapping to conversations. Starting a new conversation. Back to organization settings. Okay, so the solution is lazy for now. Workaround, I guess. Let's just remove these extra divs, although they can help for what it's worth. So we'll do 3. Oh, look, I'll make a PR. Okay, so we're going to say fix lazy. Use lazy loading of account to work around suspense bug. It could be null. Well, actually, it's a good question. I don't know. But to me, it looks like all of those checks were already done. So if you, like when you're looking at the usage of user profile, it's already set to question mark. Actually, we do not need to, like user profile will always be defined, but the value might be undefined, and it looks like that it's already testing for it. So that's weird. Oh yeah, these do need it. Okay. And you could also just like do a v-if, like, you know, only display this whole div if user profile is defined. So you're not having to check every single time. But it's up to you. Cool. Have a look and yeah, play around with that and see if that does anything. But hopefully it will. This PR is here. Okay, next thing. So there's basically, if nobody has a something they particularly want to do. Oh, I do want to ask for Pia just to have a quick review of this. We could try this thing that Puya suggests, which is basically this, commenting out that line in untyped. Yes, I've been meaning to get to this one. Okay, so, but it might be slightly longer to do. I don't know. I've got, how long do I have? I have half an hour before I need to head off and do something else. So, but we could have a look about this. So the issue here is, this is the reason why we can't update. Sorry, what Renix is saying here. The issue, this is the reason why we can't update to the latest version of VTAS. Because now, if you try and mark something that's already been loaded, it won't work. Now, I think what we can do is we simply need to cache bust the imports. But ideally what I would need is a reproduction. Okay, let's see if we can reproduce this. Okay, we'll see what we can do in half an hour. Okay, so test utils is, let me just downgrade close out. Oops. Okay, so we're into test utils. And what we want to do is load this reproduction, which is, okay, mocking, say, use runtime config to test that. Okay, let's see. We might just be able to reproduce this by mocking use runtime config. So the good news is we have some pretty full-featured tests here. So if we have some auto imports examples, let's try mock Nuxt composable. What are we mocking? Use runtime config. So we're already doing that. How is this? Okay. So we want to mock something that's used in our app. So if we have our app file, and we are using, so we could try like use head. Let's try mocking use head. And we're doing it. Oh, so actually I'm not sure we need a reproduction. It's just that the issue, okay, let me just check. vtest 1.1.3, oh, that's the reason. So basically if we do this, we should be fine. Oops. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, okay, they agree. Okay, so there's a workaround. So this is an issue with upgrading. Okay, so we should therefore be able to reproduce this when upgrading to vtest. So we'll do that. Okay, so now we should find that in our examples, app vtest full, this doesn't work. Yeah, and why not? We can't mock it because it's already loaded. Right, that's fine. So we want instead to try this. Maybe. Okay, if we do that, we have our module mock, and we have a transform, and we are currently okay, does that work? If I go up here and I do this, what does it mean do it before mocking? I'm just going to open this. Okay, I think we can just do it at the end of the setup file. So let's try that. We have our entry, and we should be able to do this. Cool. How about this? Damien, nice to meet you. You're very welcome. Here. Okay. Why is this not working? I'm trying to resolve an issue, which is that in the Nuxt vtest runtime testing, we load all kinds of Nuxt composables when we're first loading the Nuxt environment, but that then makes it impossible for people to mock them later on. And the answer, I think, which we've implemented here, is just by calling via.reset modules. That does seem to solve it. It is specific to vtest. So we might need to figure out a better solution. I mean, that is the only option we have right now, but ideally it wouldn't be, like, ideally we would want this to be extensible to other testing frameworks. But there is one still issue that remains, which is this view injected value, which might not be actually related to this. Let's see, fix runtime reset modules after Nuxt setup runs. Oh, maybe I need to dedupe. I bet that there are multiple view versions that are being pulled, and that would explain the injection issue. No, it doesn't. Oh, can you hear her? She's just appeared at my door. I'll let her in. Come on. Yeah, okay. Well, we will see if she does come in or not. I don't actually even have a chair in here, so it's not just a standing desk, it's a permanent standing desk. Ugh. I've just succeeded in making the meowing louder, is what I've succeeded in doing. Let's just make this pull request. Oh, she adapted straight away, like very unexpectedly. Like she was... Sorry about that. Yeah, she adapted well. She was immediately in... Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Come on. Actually, I'm not sure it is. I don't think we want to keep that broad. Right. Okay. Yeah. Where are my CI tests? Barley, everybody wants to see you. Come on in. I think we might have another solution. So, as in to make sure that we've got this, like the main thing we need to do right now is get the docs up and working. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on. Okay, here you are. You can cuddle there if you want. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jack here. And Zach. Nice to see you. Right. So this is failing. So probably the oh yeah, we probably still need to figure out what's going on. Let's run that again. And I wonder, is there anything else that's failing, or is it just this one test? I think it's just the one. Okay. So why would the injection not work? Maybe because we've reset the inputs. Okay, if I don't do that again, if I don't reset the modules, does that particular test fail? As in, was it failing anyway? No. Okay, it looks to me like resetting the modules specifically does cause that test to fail. Right, okay. So when we reset the modules, removing this setup file entirely, it will all fail, I think. I might be misunderstanding. This is the setup file for all tests. You may need to explain a little bit more what you mean, Julien. So the way the Nuxt, yeah. I'm not sure what you mean by removing the setup file, because this is the setup file for all tests. Basically, what Nuxt does is it loads the Nuxt app in setup files by pulling in that entry, which initializes the Nuxt environment. And then afterwards, I've just added some code to reset modules so that all the things that have been imported are reset and will be transformed by Vite afresh. Hello, Barley. Yeah. But it seems that is causing an issue with this particular one. So injected value component is loading. And I guess it's a different version of view. Yeah, it must be a different version of view because yes, okay. So maybe we want something that's not reset all modules. Like we want view to stay the same, or this injection will fail. Let's see if we can do that. Can we reset something? Okay, can we reset modules, and then what do we pass in? Okay, what's the difference between reset modules and reset all modules? Oh no, it was reset module. Okay. What do we want to do? Can we? I'm sure the issue here is that we are basically re-importing view, and so therefore the injection isn't on it. Is that necessarily true? Yeah, it must be true. Let's try this instead. Use Nuxt app dot view app dot global config global properties. Oh no, it's an injection, so it won't be there. How is the value injected again? It's via app provide. Can we access it like this? Okay, there is a way to access provides. What is it? Context? Yeah, there we go. Let's try that. Okay, interesting. Hello. Very affectionate cat. Okay, so we have the setup.ts file in here. You were thinking we could get rid of this. Oh, and I guess we have to remove it from here too. It hasn't affected or fixed that test. Okay, we have use head, we have the router symbol, root location. Aha, and we also have this. Okay, so the issue isn't that inject isn't getting it. The issue might be something to do more like the plugin is different. The plugin value. So I bet if I were to do this, it will work. Let's try that. Yeah, because there's a global registry then. So that is a tricky thing. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, interesting. We're getting this error again, but in which context? So we run 3 test suites, one after the other, and it's difficult to tell which is which. Okay, so we have, let's try them. I think those are probably fine. It's probably the dev test that's failing. Yeah. Okay, so the dev test. Ah, yes, the dev test isn't working because that is weird. I don't expect this will do anything because they're hoisted, but it does. Okay, so my question is whether whether this is a valid solution for symbol. It's probably better than the solution of not being able to mark any Nuxt composables, but is this a valid solution? Okay. Okay. I think basically, so my take at the moment is this is what's required to make this work with VTest 1.2. It's not ideal, but people can do this in their own tests. And there's documentation to point them to it. I don't think it's a bug in the library. I think it's just a VTest requirement. So, okay. So I think that's reasonable. And I think we can merge this VTest upgrade and hopefully unblock people who are trying to mock Nuxt composables. It's getting a bit dark here. Okay, so hopefully that will resolve it. And let's see the issues that will be resolved by it. So I think we'll definitely have this one. We should also have, we might have some more. Well, I'll have to check a few more of those. Cool. Great. There's also this issue, but I only have 5 minutes. So I think probably best to say thank you for joining. It's been a lot of fun today, and I hope to catch you next week. Let me see if there's anyone we should join. Should we join Salma again? Yeah, it's been a real pleasure, everybody. I will, actually, before we do that, I will just release this. Well, I'll release this in the next few minutes. Anyway, it's been super nice to have everyone on stream, and see you later. Oops.